Attend the world's best business workshop led by America's #1 business coach for free by subscribing on iTunes and leaving us an objective review. Claim your tickets by emailing us proof that you did it and your contact information to info@thrivetimeshow.com.
Thrive Nation, welcome back to this special occasion where I get to talk to you about insurance. Now, full disclosure, I used to be paid by Farmers Insurance to train all of their agents over there at 91st and Yale in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as well as their office at 101st and Memorial, and I was paid to train those agents. So you see that commercial, "We are farmers," bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. I was kind of like the professor, and I taught people how to sell home and life, auto insurance, how to sell supplemental insurance, and I'm going to tell you how we would sell it. And then I want you as a listener to understand why I was passionate about it. Now, today, I don't sell it, so I want to make sure you're getting this. But this is how it works. You'd sit down with somebody like, let's say, Luke over here with the Hub Gym. All right. And Luke, you guys have about 1,000 members that go to the Hub Gym. And this is how I would do it. Okay, you ready for it?
Yep.
I would say, now, Luke, if you were to have a slip and fall, like someone that gets hurt at the Hub Gym, what do you think the average injury claim has been in the United States when someone's hurt at a gym, against a gym? What's the average claim that you think it would be?
Oh, I have no idea. 100,000?
And I would, and again, on this, it's a radio show. I don't have that right in front of me, but I would have done the research, and I would show you data from usually like the Department of Labor or a statistic from the SBA, but a real stat, and I would show you. And then I would show you the number, and I'd say, the average claim is $270,000 according to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce or whatever. Now, I don't have that stat in front of me right now, Thrivers, so don't hold me to it. Then I would say, now, do you drive a car?
I do.
Okay, with the car, what's the average injury claim in Oklahoma? Now, I do know this one, but what's the average injury claim? If you're driving down the road and maybe you drop your phone, you look down, boom, you hit a bus, boom, you hit a minivan, boom, you kill a kid, a 3-year-old kid, a great kid. It's an accident. You feel bad about it. You weren't drunk and driving. You just dropped something, made a mistake. Who doesn't make mistakes? If you killed somebody, what would that cost?
Oh, boy. $1 million? I have no idea.
The average injury claim in Oklahoma right now is over $400,000. So when you hit somebody, the average is $400,000. Now, with your house, you have a house. I suppose you live in a house or an apartment or a condo. As you know, the cost of a home goes up 3% a year because the value of money decreases. Are you aware of inflation? How that works roughly?
Roughly.
Basically, the government prints more money than they have, and therefore the value of money goes down every year as they put water into the currency Kool-Aid. That's how it works. So the money's worth less every year, and so unless you are buying 3% more insurance every year, your home is probably underinsured. When was the last time you compared rates?
Well, we just bought a home this year, so...
Oh, so you're probably good right now.
Yep, I think we're decent.
And I got 2 more ones for you. Now, if you were to die, typically, what day would you want to die on? I mean, if you thought about the specific day, you and your wife, if you thought about, June 5th, I'm age 64, I want to die then, or have you guys thought about the day? Because it's really important that most people, not you, but most people don't know the day. And the average American dies, and the cost of a funeral is about $20,000.
Crazy.
But according to the Federal Reserve, the average American has less than $400 saved. So usually she will need to start dating somebody like that day. So I want to make sure you've got a list of like hot prospects, so that way she could start dating right away. Or I wanted to know if you figured out the day you're going to die and you've saved enough money. What day are you planning on dying?
Husband insurance.
What day are you planning on dying?
Husband. Not today.
Okay, when you do die, would you have enough? And again, I would break this down. So typically if you have kids, let's say your youngest kid's 5, and your kid lives to be 18, if you want your kid to not be homeless for the next 13 years after you die, you'd want to have life insurance to pay for that. So whatever your income is times 13, that's the minimum you need. And if you want your wife to start working immediately upon their 18th birthday, that's all you need. If you don't want your wife to ever have to work again after the funeral and stuff, you'd want to save at least probably 30 times your income. So if your income is $50,000 a year times 30, you need $1.5 million of insurance. How much life insurance do you have? And I play this game. Then I would say what we would have is you're underinsured. And what if I told you for $307 a month, you could now have peace of mind because now you have a piece of paper and a promise, and you know that when you die, when you get in a car accident, when there's a slip and fall, that you are fully covered. And so you get the peace of mind for only $302 a month. And if you don't do it, the average business owner gets sued every 4 or 5 years. The average human dies. The average person does get into a car accident about every 5 years. bad things happen to good people. So
Right.
you get to have a bad day instead of a bad life. So do you want to have a bad day today and pay me $302 or $10 a day? Or do you want to have a bad life?
Where do I sign up?
Oh, my God. This is the move.
I think you just sold insurance to
bought
all
insurance.
of the listeners.
Yeah,
all
that
listeners
is what
just
you
bought
do. It's the
insurance.
move.
I'm listening. What?
So good insurance makes it possible to have a no good, very bad, rotten day versus a no good, very bad, and rotten life. But you've got to think about this, Thrive Nation. Do you have accident insurance? Do you have short-term disability? Do you have dental insurance? Do you have vision insurance? Do you have health insurance? Do you have home insurance, Chuck? We want to add these all to the show. Home insurance. Do you have home insurance? Okay. Do you have, this is big, okay, guys? Do you have business insurance, a.k.a. workman's comp? Do you have umbrella insurance? I remember a lady came to 91st and Lynn Lane at my house in Broken Arrow, and she pretended to fall. I'll call her the manatee of humanity. Because this woman came in, no, I'm not kidding. This woman came in to our business and she made it lose like a fake fall. We're like, oh no. Like if you could imagine how a manatee would talk. She was a smaller lady, but the way she fell, it was like, no. And the way she fell, I remember because we watched on camera. She's like, no. Like it's because she saw she was on camera. So she fell, but it was like a fake. You know, if you can imagine a slow motion, a manatee in the water, and she just spills out. And then she's like, I don't know. Do you guys have insurance? I think I hurt my neck.
My neck, my back.
So what you want to do is you want to sit with an insurance agent today, and you want to not listen to the song "My Neck, My Back." You want to sit down, and you want to put a link to that on the show.
No.
And then label it as "Don't listen to this."
Yeah.
Okay. No, but
my
seriously,
gosh.
you want to do that. Now, the insurance agent, the company I'd recommend that you would call would be Farmers Insurance, because I did work with them for close to a decade, and I know that they honor their promises. And their phone number is 918-392-4000. Full disclosure, I am not an insurance agent. I do not make any money if you buy a policy. I don't make any money if you mention my name. And in fact, they'll probably appreciate if you don't mention my name. But the thing is, if you call 392-4000, I know the folks at Farmers Insurance District 10 can take care of you, or any of their fine agents. And I don't care what agent you have, you've got to do it, because otherwise you're going to have a bad day and a bad life. Now, check it out. When you're first starting a business and you're not profitable yet, you don't need to worry about it, because they can't eat you.
Right.
So when you lose everything, they're like, we're going to sue you forever. Okay. I mean, I'm already poor. I mean, I don't see too many people suing homeless people.
Yeah. Take it all.
So, Marshall, this is a deep thought. You work with a lot of clients right now that are doing really, really well. Why do you as a business coach sometimes not feel like you have permission to get into the discussion about insurance? Why do you feel like sometimes people say, I don't really want to discuss that. I want to talk about marketing with you.
Well,
or branding
most
or
people
sales.
only have the breakthrough once they have the breakdown.
Come on, say it again.
Most people, they only have the breakthrough once they have the breakdown. And so what you got to do is you got to know who your insurance agent is prior to getting sued. You got to know who your attorney is prior to getting sued. And so having that conversation, hey, somebody's suing me, or hey, I need to call in an insurance policy, you'd better have a good relationship with that person.
Dude, I had a really, really bad last Friday in terms of like bad stuff I had to do. I left Friday feeling good, but I had like 2 hours that were just weird.
Blech.
But what happened was I had somebody that was stealing cash, doing weird stuff, just being squirrely in one of our companies. And so I had a relationship with Wes Carter, with Winters and King. I still have a relationship with Wes Carter. He's my attorney. His firm, Winters King, they represent Winters and King. They represent Joel Osteen and T.D. Jakes and all these big names, and then idiots like me, right? And he is a great guy. And so you know what I did, though? As soon as I saw someone taking cash and doing weird things, I called him, and I already had a relationship.
So he took your call.
Right. And the relationship, you know, if you have a relationship after there's been a relationship shift, when you've shifted from a transaction to a friendship. And I'm telling you what, I don't want to go through litigation with somebody who I'm just now beginning to have a awkward conversation. I want to go into litigation with somebody who I feel like is a friend. And so I would just encourage, if you don't have an insurance person, call 918-392-4000. Call Farmers Insurance. If you don't like those guys or know those guys, I've had a great relationship with some State Farm folks over the years. just make sure you're going with an established company that has a reputation of actually paying out. And that's what you want to do. And in Thrive Nation, we want to have a relationship with you, but we can't have a relationship with you if we don't get a chance to know you. If we don't get a chance to engage with you. So we would invite you to go to thrivetimeshow.com. Again, that's thrivetimeshow.com. You go on up there, you're going to find the podcasts, the one-on-one business workshops, the one-on-one business coaching. You're going to find the online videos, thousands of training videos. It's all there for you, available at thrivetimeshow.com. We always want to end this show with a 3 and a 2 and a 1. So here we go. I'm emotionally ready. 3, 2, 1, boom.